Story time about how a girl used me for her OnlyFans content. My boyfriend and I decided we wanted to spice things up and bring another girl in. I've always been attracted to girls, so it was actually my idea, and of course my boyfriend didn't object. We made a profile on a dating app saying what we were looking for. I didn't think too many girls would be down for this sort of thing, but I was so wrong. To my surprise, we got a ton of matches and messages from cute girls. One girl named Becca messaged us and I was really interested because she was so beautiful, like an Instagram model. We started messaging back and forth for a few days, and then we decided to meet up downtown at a club on the weekend to get drinks and have a fun night out. I asked her for her Instagram to make sure she was legit and her profile checked out. The night came to meet up and she looked just like her pictures, a total baddie. We got drinks and started talking and she seemed really cool. A few drinks later, we were dancing, and a drink after that, we were all making out. We were having so much fun, and we stayed until the club closed at 2 a.m. We were planning on going home, but Becca insisted we come to her place for a drink and hang out some more. She hyped us up, and we agreed. We got an Uber and caught a ride together to her place. This is when things got wild. Part 2 of how a girl used me for her OnlyFans content. We pulled up to her place and hopped out of the Uber. She showed us in and made us a really good drink that kept our buzz going. One thing led to another and we ended up in her bedroom. She asked if we wanted to hook up and we agreed. In the middle of the action, she asked if we wanted to make some videos for fun. I was a little hesitant, but she insisted and said that it would be exciting. I agreed, but only if they were recorded on my phone, which she agreed with. I started recording and got some really good content. The next morning, I woke up with a text from Becca saying how much fun she had and asking me to send her the videos we made. I sent them over and she immediately blocked me on everything after receiving them. I was shocked. I told my boyfriend that she blocked me and grabbed his phone to see if he was blocked as well. I checked her Instagram and saw that she posted a story update 2 minutes ago. The story said, "New threesome videos on sale on my OnlyFans. DM me for the link." A few minutes later, my boyfriend was blocked on her account as well. I couldn't believe she used us for OnlyFans content and was profiting off of our goods. Luckily, our faces and tattoos weren't in any of the videos we sent her. Looking back on it now, it's kind of funny, but to this day, I still think I deserve half of the money she made off of those videos. Crime Fanatic Friday, how I narrowly escaped being killed by my creepy coworker. It was a little after I turned 18. I was working at a Denny's restaurant as a waitress in a small town in North Carolina. I love my job, even though I worked overnight shifts from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. and the manager left at 2 a.m., leaving only me and the cook to hold down the restaurant. One day, they hired a man named Willie George. He instantly grew a liking to me and would sit at the bar near the server station for hours after his shift ended just trying to talk to me. One night, all the coworkers decided to meet up for karaoke night at a bar called Lorelei's. My coworker Olivia picked me up, and Willie was also riding with us. He seemed nice and kept trying to speak to me, but at some point, he started recording me on his phone. He asked me weird questions the whole time while filming me. On the way home, he begged Olivia to drop me off first, but I had a bad feeling in my gut and told Olivia to drop him off first. The next day, he kept calling me, even though I never gave him my number. He had taken it off the employee call-in sheet from work. He told me he recently got out of prison, but didn't tell me why. I started ignoring his calls, but I couldn't ignore him at work. He would stay from when his shift ended at 10 p.m. until mine ended at 6 a.m. Little did I know, it was about to get terrifyingly worse. Story time about how a serial killer targeted and followed me. One night I was driving my station wagon from Colorado to Arizona to visit my mom. I had a desk in the back that my mom had given me. I've always been scared driving at night because I have this irrational fear that someone in the backseat's going to get me. I was on an empty stretch of highway late at night with no other cars around. That's when this red pickup truck comes up behind me and starts flashing their lights while also honking their horn. I thought maybe something was wrong with my car or with the desk in the back. Why else would he be so insistent on me pulling over? I pulled to the side of the freeway and got out of my car. He pulled up directly behind me. I got out of my car to go inspect what was going on and I got about halfway. That's when it hit me. Why was he still honking and flashing his lights at me when I'm out of my car? He started getting out of his truck, but I couldn't see him because his headlights were shining in my eyes. He didn't say anything and was heading towards me when something in the pit of my stomach screamed at me to get back in my car. I jumped back in and sped off. My phone was dead, I didn't have a charger, and I was terrified. I had no idea what to do. The next exit was 45 miles away, but he followed right behind me the entire time. Part 2 of how a serial killer targeted and followed me. I took the first exit to go to a crowded grocery store with a laundromat next to it. There was an ambulance parked at the laundromat with its lights flashing. I figured if there was an ambulance